Hey everybody, Mike Brenner here. We're down at the Wyandotte Group Camp today. This is the other shelter house I've been wanting to share with y'all. And I thought I'd get out today and we'd walk down in here and I'd show it to you. This is actually the old CCC group camp down here. This back when the CCC groups were building everything down here in the 30s. This is where they stayed at, and now it's used as a group camp. Pretty nice little spot. I've been to a couple retreats down here. It's really pretty nice. I'll bring you back when we get over here to the shelter house. Here's a pretty neat sign. Talks about the CCC groups and shows them there in the picture and spots there in Indiana where they worked, and it just shows some pictures of shelter houses and things they built around the state in Indiana while they were in operation. A lot of tree planting and everything. Like I said, here's the group camps. They're really nice. They've got them fixed up nice down here. But this down here is what I was wanting to show y'all today. This is a pretty neat shelter house. It's I guess you would call it a hexagon or octagon. It's let's see, it looks like 8-sided, whatever that is, hexagon or what. But pretty neat little shelter house. With a big stone fireplace inside it. We'll walk in here and get a better look at it. It's getting rough. We're going to do some work on it. I've got plywood on these corners, and plywood's starting to give out. But there you go. There's a big fireplace right in the center. You can get to it from both sides. It's pretty neat down here. Like I said, this is the one I've been wanting to get down here to show you, and just hadn't made it down here. Actually, this thing's got a lot of room in it. It's a pretty good sized shelter house. Thought I'd come down here today and show you my homemade alcohol stove, and we'll try it out today. I've tried out my A-locks there last week, and we'll give that other one a try today. I'll bring you back here in just a little bit. All right, got everything out here. My wax canvas bag from Dominique Minichetti here, and of course my old favorite Stanley cook set. Now this is my stove stand that it's all homemade windscreen around it. It's just one of the pop cans. Only thing of it is, this thing works pretty good, but it just takes so long for it to bloom. It takes way too long to bloom. But like I said, it does work pretty good. Can't complain too much. It gets the job done. On my stove stand, I seen this is an idea I copied off of someone on YouTube. I don't even know who it was no more. It was so long ago. Just taking coat hangers and wrapping them. I got a brass wire wrapped around it there, and put that little piece on there to make a triangle. That way you can set your pot on it there. It works pretty good. And then this is a piece of like a aluminum turkey pan that I just cut it up and made it to where I can make a windscreen out of it. Just a real cheap way of doing it. Let's see if we can get some alcohol in here and make us a cup of coffee and a noodle to do. Let's see. I've got a ferro rod in here somewhere. Alright, that's got her going. Just slide that up under there like that. I need to work on that other, the Alex, the A-Lox alcohol stove, do some work on the stand for it so I can use it. I really do like that stove. Let's see. We'll just pour the whole thing in there. That way we get enough for soup and a cup of coffee and all. Put that on there. And there we go. Little homemade pot stand and alcohol stove. It does good for what it is. It don't do too bad. Well, when this gets to a boil and stuff, and I'll bring you back. And she's bloomed and she's burning pretty good now. Like I said, the little homemade windscreen works pretty good. It's been on there a few minutes already. And they're starting to get some bubbles. It'll be hot enough for a cup of coffee here in a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and let the soup cook. But the old homemade stand don't do too bad. I'll bring you back here in a little bit. Alright, little time's passed. We got her on a rolling boil here. She's boiling hard now. And like I said, it's give gases with the alcohol, it's about burn out of it. But this is a soup I got from Mark over at Eat Carbs Outdoors. I won one of his giveaways. He took a couple of them in there. Nong Shim Shin noodle soup. They're spicy, gourmet spicy. And I'm not real big on spicy stuff, but I like a little Texas Pete on stuff. But this here's about as spicy as I want to get right there. It is a good soup though. He sent me one for a challenge to try one, and did that. It is a good soup. And but the old stove, it made me enough water for a cup of coffee, and enough water there to make the soup with. And like I said, I've still got just a little bit of alcohol in there. I'm gonna go ahead and let it keep on boiling down there. Actually, I might just go ahead and take it off there and let it start cooling down for a little bit before I eat it. But let me get you down here and let you get a better look at this. But there's my little pot stand. Just goes over like that. I held it together back here with a brass wire, and it sits about an inch above the alcohol stove. And then, like I said, this little turkey pan, and make a makeshift windscreen. You fold your pot stand down, you just wrap it around it, folds flat, takes up basically no space whatsoever. The only thing about this alcohol stove here though, it does take a long time for it to bloom. But Can't really see the flame in there on it right now. I'm burning denatured alcohol, so it's not yellow burning as isopropyl or nothing. It's got a little blue tint to it. I can see the flame just a little bit. But you can see it down in there bubbling. She's almost empty. But Mark, for Meat Carbs Outdoors, if you don't know him, go over and check him out. He's the one that was in the soup was in that giveaway I won. That's where I got that. So go over and check him out. And with that, I'm gonna sit here and let this cool down and see about giving it a try here. Looks really good again. Like I said, I've had one. They are good. They're spicy, but they're good. So I'm gonna let that cool down for just a little bit and have a bite to eat, and I'll talk to y'all later.